Everyone, welcome to the session Unlocking Potential, Protecting Minds, Data Protection in Neurodiversity Tech. This is about striking the balance between innovation and privacy. I'm Dr. Abilasha Vyas. I'm presenting this topic in front of you. We hear a lot about neurodiversity these days, whether at the workplace, school, or in our own community. This concept was first coined in the 1990s by Judy Singer, a psychologist with autism. Singer asserts that neurological differences are normal variations within the human populations. Neurodiversity covers people with various neurodevelopment disorders. This include autism spectrum, attention deficit, hyperactive disorder, and dyslexia. It challenges the notion that these differences are deficits that need to be cured or suppressed through medical intervention. So, neurodiversity emphasizes the strength and benefits these differences can offer, including extraordinary capabilities in things like memorization, recall, pattern recognition, concentration. And we are uh, taking the help of technologies to support such minds. So in this session we will be talking about how we can prevent from these technologies and how we can provide security. Little bit about me. So I'm Dr. Abilasha Vyas, working with CloudThat as a business unit head for cloud security and business intelligence. And I'm also Microsoft certified trainer, and I'm working towards influencing other women to come in the technology field. And I'm also recognized as a Women Tech Makers Ambassador 2023, and also recognized as a top Indian women influencer in security 2022, and part of many technical communities as a executive council member or active member, and giving my contribution towards community. So let's start a discussion on the topic. So neurodiversity tech empowers individual in various ways like cognitive assistance. So apps and wearable can improve focus, attention, and memory for those with ADHD. Also, it can also help in sensory management. So calming headphones or vibration devices can soothe anxieties and meltdowns in individuals with autism or sensory processing disorders. This can also help in accessibility tools like text to speech, detection softwares, and screen readers. These are removing the barriers for individuals with dyslexia or learning disabilities. We have technologies for alternative communications also, like eye tracking and brain computer interfaces. This provide new ways for non-verbal individuals to communicate and express themselves. The technologies also help in social interaction, like visual reality therapy. These facilitate safe and controlled social interaction, helping individuals with autism develop social skills. So technologies also help in personalized learning, like AI powered tutors and adaptive learning platforms cater to individual learning styles and paces. This enhance the educational opportunities. And overall, if I want to say, a neurodiversity tech basically promotes independence, like tools and devices. These are empowering individuals to manage their conditions and navigate daily life more effectively. This also boosts the confidence. So these technologies help in overcoming challenges with the technology, builds self-esteem, and encourages participation in society. This also unlocks the potential. So neurodiversity technologies opens doors for the education, employment, social connections, and also uh, previously limited by the neurodivergent differences. So using these techs, individuals are having that kind of power to work and select their areas of interest. And just wanted to give a little bit of glimpse about the devices across the different areas. So these are certain examples as we discussed on cognitive assistance. So focus at the rate will. This particular technology uses personalized music and soundscape to improve focus and attention. And this is also particularly for individuals with ADHD. We also have Brain HQ, and this offers brain training exercises targeting memory, attention, and processing speed, which are beneficial for various neurodivergent conditions. We also have a freedom technology, and this helps in helping in the reading uh, uh, of maybe text or the things which you want to do. So this is basically a reading assistant software which highlights the text to improve comprehensions, and also it improves the fluency for individuals with dyslexia. And also we have discussed about sensory management. So the options like the technologies like loop earplugs. So this loop earplugs filter out distracting background noise, promote the calmness and focus for individuals with sensory sensitivities. Also, we have a technology as a calming vibrations. These are wearable devices which provide gentle vibrations with customizable patterns to help with an anxiety and sensory overload. We also have weighted blankets. So apply deep pressure simulations and also provide a sense of security and promoting relaxations with individuals with autism and anxiety. We also have certain tools for accessibility like dragon detection. So this is a voice recognition software. This allow individuals with dyslexia or hand motor challenges to dictate text instead of typing. We also have a B line reader. So this overlays colored lines on text to improve visual tracking and also reduce reading fatigue. And this is very helpful for individuals with dyslexia or ADHD. And also we have Lookout by Google. And this app is describing the images and objects aloud. And this enables the visual accessibility for individuals with low vision or blindness. And then we have alternative communication technology. For example, Tobii Dynavox eye tracker. And this particular technology allows individuals with limited mobility to control devices and communicate using their eye movements. Then we have ProLoQ2 Go. This is also a robust communication application with symbols and pictures, empowering individuals with speech difficulties to express themselves. We have Ava Communication Assistant, and this is, I can say, that a real-time captioning and transcription application. This facilitating communications between individuals with and without hearing impairments. Also, we have a social interaction technology and the applications where we have a first that is VR therapy platforms. So this provide immersive visual environments for safe and controlled social interaction, helping individuals with autism which develop the social skills. Then we have socially intelligent robotics. So social robots can offer companionship and facilitate basic interaction, promotion of social engagements for individuals with social anxieties. We also have online support groups, like which are connecting with others who share similar experiences through online communities, which provides valuable support and belonging for individuals with various neurodivergent conditions. So the tools which I've just shared, these are just a few examples. And the field of neurodiversity tech is constantly evolving. So these are the few examples which I have given to show you that how neurodiversity minds are using technology to support them. Now, when we say that the technology is coming, so the major area which we have as a concern is privacy in the neurodiversity tech field. So the major aspects which I would like to share with you is biometric and brain data collection. So we have invasive technologies. These are raise ethical concerns and potential for misuse. We also have algorithmic bias. So data sets and algorithms may perpetuate existing biases against neurodivergent individuals. Then we have accessibility and discrimination. So balancing data protection with ensuring accessibility for those who require such technologies. So when we talk about invasive nature of the technology, so technologies like EEG, electrodes, brain scans, and even eye tracking softwares directly access sensitive neurological information. And this raises concern about data privacy and informed consent and potential for explosion and exploitation also. There are a lot of misuse risk as well. So the data which is captured, this can be misused for profiling, discrimination, or even predicting future behavior. And it could be used by insurance companies to deny coverage and by employers to make unfair hiring decisions, or even by law enforcement for unwarranted surveillance. So when we have a lack of informed consent, what happen is individuals with neurodivergent needs are very vulnerable to manipulation or pressure to participate in research or clinical trials without fully understanding the potential risk of sharing their brain data. So lack of concern or consent is very important when we are collecting such kind of information. A lack of data security, this is also a major concern when we talk about the neurodiversity technology field. So even if data is collected ethically, this data is highly sensitive and also vulnerable to hacking or breaches. So the consequences of such leaks, such data leaks, could be devastating for individuals whose brain data is exposed. We discussed about algorithmic bias also. So algorithms rely on data to learn and make decisions. We train these algorithms to produce the results, to predict some results. So if the data used to train these algorithms is biased against neurodivergent individuals, such as containing inaccurate stereotypes or excluding certain groups, the resulting algorithms will perpetuate these biases. And this will also have the possibility of discrimination by design. So this can lead to unfair outcomes for individuals with neurodivergent conditions. Like for example, an algorithm used to assess eligibility for disability benefits might be biased against individuals with certain diagnoses and denying them access to crucial support. So these kind of conditions can also come when we are talking about the privacy concerns uh, for the various things. And we also have digital divide. So neurodivergent individuals already face barriers to access technology due to economic disparities and lack of appropriate support. So overly stringent data protection measures could further widen this digital divide, leaving some individuals behind the benefits of neurodiversity tech. And this is very important to find the balance. So we need to have a delicate balance between protecting privacy and ensuring equitability access to these technology. And this requires innovative solutions uh, and thoughtful policy framework that address the unique needs of neurodivergent community. And this is very complex issue. And this discussion which we are doing in this conference is basically raising the awareness, and this also sparked the discussion amongst the privacy issues in the neurodiversity tech. Now, how we can work on building the trust and transparency in neurodiversity. So essential pillars for neurodiversity tech, uh, where privacy concerns are paramount, are building trust and transparency. And these are not just an option, it's a necessity, I want to say that. So we have to have three key strategies which we need to understand and work on. The first is privacy by design. So we need to embed privacy from the start. And this goes beyond simply adding privacy features as an afterthought. It means that actively designing the technologies with data protection principles built into the core architecture. So this includes minimizing data collection and also ensure strong encryption, and this offers the granular user control over data sharing. Then we should also work on the proactive risk assessment. So before you deploy any technology, developers should identify and mitigate the potential privacy risk. This involves conducting thorough data privacy impact assessment and actively seeking feedback from the neurodivergent community to understand their concerns and needs. So privacy preserving technologies. So when you are utilizing technologies like differential privacy and homomorphic encryption, so these are allows companies to extract valuable insight from data without revealing individual details. And this can be particularly crucial for neurodiversity tech, where sensitive brain data is often involved. So we have to take care of such things. When we talk about user control and ownership, we need to understand that it is important to give granular data permissions. We have to give a users clear and easy to understand options for controlling what data is collected, how it is used, and with whom it is shared. And this empowers individuals to make informed decisions about their privacy and retain control over their data footprint. Then we have data portability option as well, where this allows user to easily transfer their data between different neurodiversity tech platforms and services. And this gives them agency and reduces the risk of vendor lock-in, where dependence on a single provider and that might limit the data control. We have right to be forgotten, like this particular strategy provide users with the ability to request deletion of their data under certain circumstances, and this gives them a sense of control. We also should be working on transparent data practices, which gives a clear and accessible privacy policies, and it also clearly communicate about the data collection, uses, storage practices in the plain language that is easy to understand for the users. And also regardless of their expertise, users should be able to understand that. And also there should be regular communication and the updates about the changes to the data practices or any new technology deployed or any kind of potential risk which are seen. So, and then independent audits and reviews, I think that will add on to this cherry on the cake, and that will also help us in designing a mechanism for independent audits and review for data practices, and this ensure the compliance with privacy regulations and also ethical standards. And this provides the external validation and also builds trust with users and the broader community. I think by emphasizing these principles which we just discussed, the developers, companies which are using neurodiversity tech, this can foster a culture of trust and transparency. This is very, very crucial for creating an environment where individuals with neurodiversity needs feel comfortable using these technology and without compromising their privacy and also well-being. So we have to understand that building trust is an ongoing process and consistent efforts are needed to maintain it in the dynamic field of neurodiversity tech. We will be going to discuss a little bit about a regulation landscape and policy consideration when we talk about the neurodiversity tech. So when we say that the neurodiversity tech, it's a evolving field, and this necessitates a careful examination of existing data protection frameworks and the potential need for new regulations. So, like if we say that we want to have an overview of the existing framework, so the existing framework like GDPR, CCPA, APPI. So GDPR is General Data Protection Regulation, and this is a European Union regulation. This sets a high bar for data privacy. This and the required information consent, data minimization, and the right to be forgotten. While applicable to neurodiversity tech, it may not fully address the specific risk and nuisances of the domain. Then we have CCPA, that is California Consumer Privacy Act. And this particular California law grants individuals the right to access, delete, and opt out of the sale of their personal information. However, its definition of personal information might not encompass certain types of neurodivergent data. And we have other regional and national laws. So numerous countries have implemented data protection laws with various degree of strictness and scope, and the applicability and effectiveness of these laws for neurodiversity tech differ based on their specific provisions. And we need to have a specific regulations for managing neurodiversity tech. So we need to have a unique risk kind of a policy where we need to work on highly sensitive data like biometric and brain activity information. So existing frameworks might not adequately address the potential risk associated with misuse, discrimination, and lack of informed consent for such data. So we also should be addressing the accessibility concern, like the stringent regulations could inadvertently limit access to crucial technologies for individuals with neurodivergent needs. Striking a balance between the privacy and accessibility that requires the target policy consideration, and also a very important thing which is rapid technological advancement. So the fast pace with which the evaluation is happening, neurodiversity tech necessitate the agile and adaptable regulations that can keep pace with the emerging technologies and the potential risks. And also we need to work on a multi-stakeholder collaboration where it can be a diverse group of individuals like developers, policymakers, neurodivergent individuals, and also the ethicists. So they will be all collaborating on a table and then they will be discussing all these things, and it will be like inclusion of the policy making, it will be like designing of the framework, transparency and openness, also like continuous dialogue and review will be happening. So all these steps will help in managing the regulations which needed for the neurodiversity tech. So transparency and adaptability is a key in developing policy solutions, and these kind of policies promote innovation and protection of neurodiversity in individuals' privacy in the promising privacy sensitive field. So that is a very important point related to regulations and compliance. When we say that security compliance policies are needed, so we need to have innovative solutions for data protection. So when we say that this is a phase of rising privacy concerns in neurodiversity tech, so innovative solutions to emerge to bridge the gap between data-driven insights and individual data protection. We have to have understand the certain promising advancement like the differential privacy imaging. So scientists analyzing a diverse crowd of people where each individual's information contributes to the overall understanding without revealing any personal details like privacy in numbers analysis or ensuring that the outcome accurate statistical guarantees like it can be re-identified with enough efforts differential privacy options. mathematical formal methods to guarantee, challenges and trade-offs which balance the accuracy and privacy, uh, uh, like by adding more noise and also by choosing some kind of optimal level, and also a federated learning imagination, so where we have a network of small homes which are sharing the energy and efficient data, collective learning patterns without ever revealing individuals household communication. And also the decentralized data analysis is also very important, where we need to have a collaborative insights for them, and scalability, homophobic encryptions, all those kind of different innovative solutions help in managing the situation where we are giving the data protection to the neurodiversity tech. Now, building a safe and inclusive future with neurodiversity tech. So, the promise of neurodiversity tech lies in its potential to unlock new possibilities for individuals with neurodivergent needs. However, this potential must be cultivated responsibility with due consideration for privacy and inclusivity. Uh, we can work together to build a safe and inclusive future with neurodiversity tech by prioritizing both innovation and privacy, and also find the synergy uh, by employing the innovative data protection solutions, and also shifting the mindset is also very important. By viewing the privacy as a hurdle to innovation, we need to embrace it as a driving force for responsible development. So that is important thing which we need to understand. Also moving beyond the compliance, advocating for ethical development and use. As we discussed that protection should start at the part of the designing when we are working on any solution. Transparency and accountability, that is also important, and also promoting collaboration and partnership as we discussed. So that will also help us in having a representation from the tech developers, policy makers, neurodivergent communities, and it will help us in creating a safe and inclusive future for the diversity, neurodiversity techs. And there is a call to action that neurodiversity tech empowers, not exploits. So the potential of neurodiversity tech to improve lives is undeniable. But unlocking that potential requires a proactive approach to safeguarding privacy and fostering responsible innovation. So we can fueling the engine of innovation by supporting research and development. We can invest in research on cutting edge data protection technologies like differential privacy, federated learning, and homomorphic encryption. And these tools basically a key to unlocking valuable insights while preserving individual privacy in neurodiversity tech. We can also foster the collaboration and promote the open source sharing. Also, we should be shaping the legal landscape by advocating for a specific regulations, and also demand for transparency and accountability. So these are all call for action. And also the third and very important call for action is empowering users to claim their data. We need to raise the awareness. We need to educate the individuals with neurodivergent needs about their data privacy rights. We need to develop user-friendly tools where they can easily access the tools and they can take the benefits. We have to promote the digital literacy. These are all call for action which help us in making this technology more easier for neurodiversity people. So with this, I want to thank you for attending this session, which talks about bridging the gap and raising the concerns regarding the protection while using neurodiversity technologies. Thank you for attending this session. Keep learning and please take care of yourself. Thank you.